Hi everybody, thanks very much for joining me. Angie.Cameron here from Direction, counsellor, psychotherapist and mindfulness facilitator. I've invited one of our participants from our Mindful Based Living course and day retreat, and sometimes she attends our workshops too, and it's Claire Edwards, who's a mother and freelance consultant. And a lot of people ask me questions, that are unsure about mindfulness, of not just what it is, but actually a kind of how it helps in everyday life, because some people think they've got to meditate for 30-40 minutes a day. So I just wanted to kind of break down, I guess, some barriers for people to think about what mindfulness is and how, I guess, it can make changes in their life. So that's why I invited the lovely Claire along. Thank you very much. We've known each other for a wee while, Claire.
We have, yes.
I guess I'm wondering, I guess a lot of viewers would wonder what kind of some of your hesitations about mindfulness, and kind of then what made you take the step from where you were to actually then getting a bit more involved and putting mindfulness a bit more into your life.
What were the hesitations? I don't know, just about anything that feels a little bit, I'll just use the word, a bit hippie-ish. That was how I wondered about it, meditation and all that sort of thing. So, but I'd read a little bit about it and I could tell it was a different thing. The honest truth was, I came on the course because of my relationship with you. So I trust you, and therefore I thought, if you're inviting me around this, then that is something that's worth me giving a go to. To be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
And then very quickly, once it started, the whole hippie-ish nonsense idea that I had, that left me.
Okay.
A little prejudice that I had there, but that left me.
I think it's quite common that people do see it as kind of tree huggy, so I think that's quite natural. Now that some of the barriers have broken down and you're practicing more mindfulness, bringing it into everyday life, and I know none of our practices are kind of stagnant and we do it every day, and that includes me even as a mindful coach and facilitator. But I'm just wondering how you feel it's kind of maybe dropped into your life, or some benefits there, Claire, or how you put it into your life, how it's helped.
Well, I mean, I think one of the things that happened for me quite quickly was when I was doing the course, was that I actually recognised it as a gift. I recognised I was being offered something that actually gave me some space, was comforting. The sort of compassionate element of it was very powerful. So it was I could already feel a change when I was doing the course. I liked the structure of going to a course. That was really helpful to me. And that, I'm sure, is what helped me to then be able to take it forward into my life. And so, no, I don't do mindfulness practice every single day. I absolutely turn to mindfulness practice whenever I feel a bit of anxiety building, or I recognise that I'm a bit stressed, or that I'm feeling judgy about things. It's now the thing that I go to, because I know that it's going to give me a feeling of comfort and help to sort of just get some clarity around things. When if I do a mindfulness practice, and with any regularity, it's at night. I actually find it a very helpful way to end my day and move into, hopefully, sleep. Not a great sleeper, but it sort of marks that shift from the day is over and now I'm going to sleep and rest. And so I can go for quite a long time when I'm doing that every single night.
Yes.
Then it can drift away, but it comes back. And it is the thing that comes to mind when I think, oh, what's happening? Life's getting a bit too much. It's what immediately comes to mind. Yeah. I've got that. I have this gift. I've just got to use it. Get it out of the box again and use it.
there's a few things that come to mind when you're talking to me. Is one about the clarity, especially in such busy lives we've got, whether somebody's got children or they've not got children. There's so much demands on us externally, then the demands internally, and that constant to-do list, it's there totally all the time, and sometimes it's ever changing. But you touched on two words, I guess, for me, was that I think one of the things that can be quite tricky for people to kind of come to mindfulness is, one, that it will bring change into people's life, and the other, you touched on the word compassion, and in particular that self-compassion, that self-kindness. And a lot of people find that really challenging because, usually they're maybe 7th or 8th down the list rather than in the top 3.
Yeah.
So just finally, I guess I'm curious, I'm wondering what you would say to anybody that has that kind of conscious or unconscious, natural, very natural, that most people have, and certainly I've experienced too, resistance to that kind of self-kindness. So I'm wondering what you would say to anybody that kind of had that.
Well, I completely recognise that resistance to being compassionate to self, and that took a very long time in my life generally for me to get to recognising just how important it was. The mindfulness-based living course really brought that to prominence, and I had to really think about it. But actually, in my own work life, I've heard myself saying that thing about when you're on the aeroplane, put the oxygen mask on yourself first before helping others.
Yes.
And really recognising, it's all very well, you've got the mask on everybody else, but you're dead in the corner, and you're actually, part of your role is to be there to offer the support and comfort and to people, and you won't be there.
Yes. So
So it comes down to something really, really fundamental. If I and others, if we don't actually nurture and nourish ourselves, we're the toolbox, it's all this other stuff we're offering to other people. And also that without some self-compassion, we can move to resentment about what we have to offer to others. Self-compassion, not always easy, but actually doing that work around that and being able to access that self-compassion can help us to feel differently about what we perhaps have to offer others. Because
it'll always be there.
It'll always be there. Yeah.
It'll always be there. It's about how we build up our kindness to ourselves in that toolbox, like you said, but also our own resources and, I guess, resilience to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's and I think identifying self-compassion and developing self-compassion practice is absolutely crucial to building that resilience and that feeling that you've got something in reserve.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you don't have to go and buy it.
No.
You don't have to buy it.
Don't.
Actually, you just have to build it up within yourself. You need some guidance and support to get there, which is why I really, if you can, access a course. But once that's happened, that you've got it there.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yes. And then it's just to nurture and look after it.
Look after it. Yeah, exactly. Attend to it.
Like we attend to ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was great. Thanks very much, Claire.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everybody for joining us. I hope you found that really helpful, especially some of the answers about why people do mindfulness and how we can change, I guess, some habits, introduce some new things into our lives, make some not just short-term or temporary changes, I think, in our lives, but actually fundamental, permanent changes in our lives, to deal with busy lives and unexpected things, because the unexpected will always be there in our lives. So hopefully we can build up our resources and our resiliences, cope with these things better and live a happier life the way we want to. Anyway, I hope you join us on Facebook, Instagram or LinkedIn as Direction Scotland, or our website is direction.org.uk, and hope to see you soon. If you've watched on catch up or have any comments or questions, please put it in that you've watched it, or if you've like I said, if you want to ask anything, please do. That would be great. Okay, thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.